I was let down by that book right over there, Amazing Spider-Man, issue 850. I got the Patrick Gleason cover art, but I was sort of let down by my own expectations as well as the ending of the book. Flipping through it though, they had three different artists on it. I loved seeing Ryan Otley, the way that it seamlessly flowed from him to Humberto Ramos and Mark Bagley. So Ramos has been drawing Strange Academy, and he hasn't taken a break off that book, yet he's doing this. That probably means during the break when they had those 2 months where no books were coming out, he probably got busy on this issue. And he's doing his thing. You know what I would have liked though? Because there were three chapters, I would have liked if on the pages like this that say chapter 1, it had the artist's name there. Because by the time we got to chapter 2 and 3, I already forgot who was drawing what. I would have changed that about it. But everything in here was cool. And I can imagine if you're a Spider-Man fan, seeing this mega page where they team up with each other. It's the Green Goblin and it's Spider-Man finally together. 850 issues finally into this comic book run. That's amazing. No pun intended. That's amazing. So that was rewarding for fans of Spider-Man, getting to see him work together. And this book went on and on and on until it went on for so long. The Green Goblin and Spider-Man duo ceased to exist, and they turned back on each other. And it was kind of cool the way that they made sense of their past and talked about things that happened to them. How Norman feels like he owes Spider-Man one, and then he doesn't feel like he owes Spider-Man one anymore. This was cool. I mentioned the art. There was a part where they go to the EMP generator underground. Oh, call back to Steve Ditko, by the way. Clearly, even I can recognize that as a new comic book reading fan. But there was that part where the artwork on the border, you see right here, all over, it's shaking and it gives that effect. Hey man, storytelling. I'll take it in any form, in any creative form. So that was amazing. This book flew by, those three chapters. I'm not page counting. I didn't page count, but man, that was such a joy to read these things, just event after event. And especially the Gwen Stacy stuff, when he got real close to her and he started whispering in her ears and this menacing look on his face. Good job by the artist. That would have been Mark Bagley's turn drawing this part. And there was a part here where where Spider-Man sticks up for Gwen, and Gwen says, I can handle him myself. Yeah, I forgot she's a superhero. But he's treating her like the old Gwen. You know what I think? I think Gwen Stacy is Kindred or Uncle Ben. I've got two picks. I can choose twice. I think Gwen Stacy is Kindred, and I kind of expected the Kindred mystery to be solved over here. We were introduced to Kindred. I think it was issue 25. That was a $4.99 book, and shoot, I wanted to see more Kindred. We didn't get to see him. Maybe issue number 851 / the 50th Nick Spencer issue will have that. But that's what I mean by my expectations and how I was let down. I thought it would be epic, $10 book and all. But man, something's cooking with Kindred. There she is right there. Then we get to the next part of the book, where they're like, you know what? We're going to justify this $10 book by giving Chris Bachalo a story. We're going to give Tradd Moore a story. We're going to give Saladin Ahmed a story. I read the story about Starling. I didn't read the Tradd Moore. I skimmed through this. And I challenge Marvel or Nick Spencer or anyone, Nick Lowe, the editor who allowed this. I challenge them to make me regret skimming through these pages, just looking at the art and being like, okay, yep, oh look, Tradd Moore, look at the way he draws, very funky, it's very psychedelic. There's a cube that kind of reminds me of the Silver Surfer Black, and I am done reading this. I challenge you, Nick Lowe, to make me care about those two stories. Were they meaningful? Will they pay off? Or were they just in there to fill pages and justify an extra couple dollars? If that's the case, I, as a fan, am disappointed. And if that's not the case, then I was wrong to not give that any attention. I read this. Starling thinks highly of her uncle, Adrian Toomes, or her granddad, Adrian Toomes. All right. I was introduced to her in Miles Morales' book. I don't think there's any hope in this character, Starling. I know she's part of the Champions book right now, She's in the Outlawed event. If it's even an event, maybe it's more of a limited series, but she's in there. I think, much like Amulet in Ms. Marvel, the focus is to get Miles over, make him popular, make him booming, and do stories for him. We don't have enough energy to be sharing with Starling, who, if you think about the movies and how books are written and then the movies adapt characters for them, Adrian Toomes in the movie, he has his daughter, and that was, what was her name? The girl that Peter liked in Homecoming. She wasn't Starling. She's not from Michigan. They moved out back to, they moved over to Oregon, I think it was. They're gone. They're out of the picture. So Starling isn't going to happen in the movies, I don't think. Especially when that girl was the daughter of Adrian Toomes. This is Starling supposed to be the granddaughter of Adrian Toomes. It just doesn't work for me. I don't see it happening. I just think it's a waste of introducing a character. But who knows? You know, everyone's different. Someone might love Starling and think that's her favorite character. That's a lot of attention I gave to Starling that she does not need. This book was pretty okay for the parts that Nick Spencer wrote, and for the decision that Nick Lowe made. Thumbs down. Leave a comment. Thumbs up the video, please. I'll wait. And then watch this video I did with The Lonely Banter yesterday. Chillmonger out.